anyways, adding animation to your character through the flow graph, and adding some work over here I'm doing. Let's see animation, looking into animation and stuff, and then attaching something to the character bone, and then when you want it to be attached, and then what you want to attach to what. So this is the player, this is the attachment, the head, probably something, anything, and then this is the you can even say attach this bone to this bone, for example. This is just a basic understanding. This is what you can do with this bone to bone information, and once you gain the bone information, you can kind of use that to attach that to the target ID. So enable this position to be here, and then boom, it should work. And in here, as you can see, this is the animation, the local player. This gets the player no matter what, even if you've changed it, this gets the player. So get the player, local player, actor. At the start, I want this to take place, and then the entity that I want to attach. So the entity, you just have to you just have to select entity 3, and for example, and then right click and assign entity, and then it should work. So I'm going to show you what happens. So here, as you can see, I have attached a head to where the gun should be, and then if we click F1, or in my case F1, the attachment goes away, because this only happens in the beginning, and the second you alter anything, then it goes away. It won't happen again, unless I told it to. Unless I told it to, do that. And then we're gonna click middle mouse, which is what I've assigned to play an animation, and then it plays this animation. So we're gonna just run, and then we're gonna click middle mouse, and then for some reason plays an animation. And as you can see, middle mouse is connected to, I can just travel around here, middle mouse is connected to mouse 3, and it's all inputted here. So if we can even change the animation, we can go into here, double click this, and then choose something else. Make sure it's from 3D space. I'm not sure if it works with other things. Move, turn, slope, I don't know what that is. We're about to find out. Oh boy. So everything works here, attached perfectly, but you have to tell it when to be attached. So it does the same thing, apparently. Interesting. Maybe that's the same animation, I'm not even sure what that means. Move, turn, slope, that's breathing, heavy breathing. This has to work. It has to play something interesting. But this is how it works. Middle mouse actually does something. See, middle mouse, breathing, heavy breathing. Middle mouse, heavy breathing, heavy breathing, heavy breathing, heavy breathing. Anyways, it's working nicely. Now we can even go into here, flow graph, and we can go over here, and then we can pull in, I don't know, let's say I want entity human 1 to, what the hell is this? Give me a second. Let me just rekindle this. Anyways, then we can go into entities. The flowchart I've added into here. So what I do is I create something. We go into here, and then we can add an empty, and then we can add a flowchart on top of that, and then you can edit it there. You can just have it in here. This is more efficient. But anyways, this selected. So select this, and then in your little setup, go over here, the entity attached, when you want it to attach, which is in the start of the game, and then what you want it to be attached to, which is the player. This is the local player. No matter what you change the player to, it's going to be the player here. And then we can create any kind of a game where we can click a button and have it, attach, have it a sword in his hand. For example, this would be debug, number 1. Number 1 is, this type of a sword. Number 2 is this type of a sword. But before you do that, you'd have to make sure you change the player. Make sure you have the game SD key. The game SD key is important. Download that, and then in the game SD key, you're gonna have a lot more variety. So if we look over here real quick, set player model. This works, fancy, and this will set the player's model to any character you want. Just refer to the CDF, and then you can do that. Attachment name, you can kind of any bone name, the name of the bone, and then the bone itself. Like there's two types of bones, I guess. The true name of the bone, and then the name you've given it on the, as in like the attachment itself. And then when you want it to attach, when you want it to work together, and you can even play animations of a set attachment, of this attachment, for example, while being attached here. It's just a little setup, and you can do that in any flowchart, another flowchart, and it'll all work perfectly. So let's say I've added a human one. As you can see, you just do this. It's this selected, you do this, and then we can go over here. We can play. Then we got a foot on our. Woo. Hey, stop moving. Hey, stop. Now that's fucking awesome, isn't it? Yeah, fight my walls for me. Anyways, sorry, that's kind of childish. Anyways, that was weird. Fast forward. So there you go. That's all there is to say. Currently, this is how you add the player, attach an object to the player. Just this setup. I use a specific one. I'm going to go back to the head. If you have any questions, you can ask below. And then you got this one over here, and you got the which button to press. Just type in any button, and when it presses it, start the animation. And then when it releases, return to the idle perhaps. You can set up quite a nice setup using this. Just flowchart and Cryengine instead of going into the coding, which you can't do on the SDK. And obviously I don't know any Cry code or anything like that. They haven't shared that. How am I supposed to know? Anyways, so I don't know how that works. And you got the local player, which has to be the entity, and then this is simple basic setup. This can play an animation. You can just play around and make sure you improve, you upgrade your skills and talents to a whole new level. You improve yourself, adapt yourself to the Cryengine, and in a healthy fashion. What the hell? Now I got two. Oops. Hey. Bruh. Just gonna. Oh no, I just killed someone. Oh no. Okay. It didn't work. Doesn't matter. And you can set up all kinds of things using this method. Quite a little fun game. Currently it's all working. So as you can see, the second we go into a different position, it disconnects. Okay. Otherwise it's fine. The reason it's fine here because simply put it just works and it's fine. I mean it's set up properly. Whoops, sorry. It's set up accordingly. In the start, I want it to be attached. This is when you want it to be attached, as you can read here, and how you want it to be attached. So be very vigilant in coding. Not coding, but noding, I guess. And enjoy yourself. Thank you for watching. Good luck.